Hey guys, I was getting a couple emails about what specifically to do in some areas of the multi-view sketching activity. So I figured it was easiest if I just give you a quick explanation through here. So this activity is meant to take you guys 2 days. Okay, so hopefully with the work you did yesterday, you should be able to get through all of this activity today. Okay, let's start with number one. So number one says study the images below. The various surfaces of the object are identified by letters on the isometric drawing and by numbers on the multi-view drawing. In the table, write the number that corresponds with the lettered surface in each of the top, front, and right side views. Okay, so what this activity is looking at is we have an isometric drawing here with A through H labeled on each of the different faces that we can see of this object. Now on the multi-view views, we have different numbers associated with it. Okay, so before we go any further, you need to determine which view is which. Okay, and remember that this view right here is always referred to as our front view. Think about the reasons why we have a front view. They have the longest dimension, they are the most natural position, and they possess the fewest or no, ideally, hidden lines. Okay, so this is our front view, which is going to be face C right here. Okay, and then we have our top view. It's as if we're looking straight down from this side here. So 9, again, refers to A. So here we have 9 corresponds to A, so it is 9 for top. For the front, as you can see, it is 3, and on the side, it would be this 21 right here. Okay, and then this is the right view, obviously. Okay, so hopefully that helps explain number one. Your job is to go through side B, C, all the way through H and do the exact same thing. Okay, now for number two, we've already drawn you the isometric view. Okay, your job is to draw in your notebooks. Obviously, you can't draw it on this document. The best front view of the object. And I've given you an example for number one right here. Okay. And then down here, this is asking you for the minimum number of views. Okay. So as we can see in the instructions, it says determine the minimum number of views required to represent the object and indicate the views that you're going to use. Okay. So what that means is if I look at this object here, if I only have my front view, am I able to adequately recreate this sketch? And hopefully you see the answer is no. Okay, and so it asks the minimum number. At the very least, we need a top view because we need to be able to get the depth of the object. Now here, the object is constant in terms of its depth, is that everything is the same depth. So therefore, the only other object or the only other view that we need is going to be here, and it's going to be our top view. We don't actually need the right view if the depth is the same. Okay, so hopefully that helps answer then the rest of these as well. I want you to do your best to draw your front view sketch for each of these objects. Give me the minimum number of views and the additional views. So if we need the top or the right view as well. Okay, and then for the next part, I've given you the isometric drawing, and now I want you to recreate the entire multi-view sketch. So give me the front view, the top view, and the right view. Okay, and notice how in the example that I've given you, they've used a ruler to make sure that all of these lines match up, because if this is the length of my object here, it has to match the total length of the top, because we'll see the length in both, right? Now in terms of depth, if we look here, depth fits in right here, okay? And then we make sure that each detail is lined up perfectly with everything else, okay? So you're gonna do that for this object, as well as this object. And then when we get to the extend your learning, I want you all to try and attempt the extend your learning. It's going to challenge your skills, but if you can accomplish this, there's nothing that we're going to be doing with multi-view sketching that you won't be able to accomplish. Okay, so I hope that helps, guys. Again, if you have any further questions, you'd like me to work out a problem with you, no problem. Just let me know, and I will create another video to help you guys out. Okay, hopefully I see you all soon. Stay safe, and again, let me know if you have any questions.